So, this is going to be my story of how I went from 198 pounds to where I currently sit, which is I fluctuate between 137 and 142, sometimes 145 even. It just depends. I don't track my macros, I don't track my calories, I never have. I have put it like in my, I have gotten the, download the app, MyFitnessPal. I have used it a couple of days like in a row, like I'll do really good for like 3 whole days, just to kind of see where I'm at, not even because I'm obsessed with it or anything. Like I said, I haven't tracked my calories at all this entire time, and I still lost weight. So yeah, but let's start from the beginning. So I was born into a family of 4 girls. I am the second oldest. I have 8 siblings altogether. We're not going to get into that whole story of, you know, all that. My parents divorced when I was really young, and there was obviously extra siblings added to the family. To me, they're just all my brothers and sisters. I love them all very much. So yeah, we're not going to get into all that. But out of my family of 8, I have always been the bigger girl, the heavier girl, the thicker girl. You know, I don't think I was ever like obese or fat growing up. I wasn't until I hit adulthood, and there was a point where I became obese. But anyways, as a teenager, I always sat in, like, I think in high school, or not I think, I know in high school I weighed 147. I was anywhere between a size 8 and a 9. I fluctuated, usually wore size 9s, and that's just where I was my whole life. My sisters were always like, I think they're like size 5s, 3s, like super, super tiny, super blessed. Just, yeah, very lucky, very lucky, very, very, very beautiful women, little girls, young girls at the time. So anyways, I have always been the heaviest child. I was always the kid that was getting cooked for Thanksgiving and, you know, that kind of stuff. I ate exactly the same as my siblings. Like, I didn't eat a crazy amount more than they did. And yet still, I was the heaviest. So it was just like my genetics, right? Then fast forward to 23 years old, I get pregnant with my son, and yeah, when I had him, I delivered him, I had gotten up to 176 pounds, and then I just didn't budge, like I stayed there. And then I wanted to have more kids, lost 2 babies in between my son and my daughter. We're not going to go into all that right now either, that's another story time, but lost 2 babies in between my son and my daughter, and I had decided, like, I'm not having any more kids. Like, I'm done with children. Not done with children, I love children, but done having kids, because I just felt like it wasn't in the cards for me. Like, it was devastating. You know, I lost a baby at 8 weeks, and then I lost a baby, a little boy. I lost him at 17 weeks, 4 days, but delivered him at 20 weeks. So that was, like, pretty traumatic. So I thought that, like, I kept losing kids because I was so overweight, because I never lost weight after I had my son. So, and then with my son Marcos, who passed away, I had gained even more weight, you know, so I don't know, I just felt like maybe it was because I was overweight. Anyways, I started doing Insanity, and I started running 3 miles, like, 3 times a week, and I had lost, like, 10 pounds, and then got pregnant with my second daughter, who I now have, and I mean, my first daughter, got pregnant with my first daughter, and, I don't know, I just blew up, like, blew up. I was terrified of doing anything, any extracurricular activities. Like, I was so scared. Like, besides the typical cleaning, cooking, like, doing the day-to-day house chores and taking care of my son, like, I sat on the couch because I was so scared of losing another child, and it was just terrifying for me. It was a really scary time in my life, so I just sat and slept and ate. It was great. Not really, I felt awful, but anyways, I was pregnant. I just wanted to do what I had to do to protect my daughter. Then I get pregnant with my 3rd child, and at this time, I am up to 198 pounds, and I am at the doctor's. I finally get in to see the OB/GYN. I didn't rush to get in with my 3rd child like you typically do the 1st and 2nd. You know, you want to get in as early as possible with them, but your 3rd one kind of like, meh, I know what to expect, and I don't know, I was so scared of losing her too. I mean, so I still got in early, but I don't think I got into like 12 weeks, whereas like my first and second child, I was at the doctor's, like at my OB's office at like 6 weeks exactly. Like, come on, I'm pregnant. See me, take care of me. But anyways, my OBGYN gave me a really huge health scare because we were going over my heartburn. I had been diagnosed with GERD with my son, my first son. So like I have been on heartburn medicine. I've been taking heartburn medicine for a very long time. And when I got pregnant with my youngest daughter, for whatever reason, in my head, I was just like, okay, one heartburn pill isn't working, so I'm going to take another one. And then, you know, that did well. Like, it worked for like a month or like a couple weeks, I think. And then I started taking another one. Like, I don't know. I was at the point where by the time I went to my OBGYN, I was up to taking 6 heartburn pills a day because I was just miserable. And when I told her, she like flipped shit. She was like, what are you doing? Like, one, why are you taking 6 heartburn pills a day? You're supposed to take 1. Like, the directions say 1. And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, one wasn't working, so I don't know. I just thought I needed help. Like, I was dying. Like, I was suffering. Like, I didn't know what to do. Heartburn is miserable. If anyone knows what that feels like, it is like your throat is on fire, your chest is on fire, you want to throw up. Like, I get a headache behind my eye every time my heartburn is really bad. It's miserable. So I was like, I don't know, like, it worked every time I kept helping, and it was working for a little bit, and then it wouldn't work, so then I just added some more, and she was like, girlfriend, like, no, stop it, like, you are going to die. She was like, I need you to quit taking heartburn medicine. For those of you who don't know, like, not trying to scare anyone, but do the research yourself. Like, heartburn medicine is linked to, like, osteoporosis and, like, bone loss and, like, you know, different things. Heartburn medicine, taking it long term. Not short term, not like for treatment for GERD, but like long term, like I have to take it. I take it all the time. I have recently not had to take heartburn medicine on a daily basis. Now I rarely have to take it. It's usually like when I want to drink or something. So if you guys want a video on that, let me know in the comment section below. We'll do a video on that, but that's not what this video is about, so we're not going to get into that right now. But yeah, so I went on. She was like, you have to lose weight. Like, you can't not have to lose weight. She was like, oh, yeah, you have to lose weight because the weight is contributing to your GERD. It's making it worse. So therefore, lose a little bit of weight and then your heartburn won't be as bad, and you can't take more than 1 pill a day. Like, period. Do you understand me? And I was like, okay, gotcha. I'm not going to do it no more. I'm so sorry. So, yeah. Went home and I went on a super clean diet. So I used to live out in the country. Me and my ex-husband, I was not a stay-at-home mom at this time, but was a stay-at-home mom for a while before I found I was pregnant with my 3rd child. So I had like a huge vegetable garden, like chickens, goats, well, a goat, a couple ducks, like the whole 9. Like, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. But I decided to start doing clean eating. So very easy for me, very attainable. I'm low income, was low income, like really low income then. So now I'm okay, but definitely not like up there, you know. Anyways, yeah, anyone who knows like what eating organic is and eating super healthy, like, you know how expensive that is. Like, it is insane. It is ridiculous how expensive it is to buy healthy food. But, you know, you'd rather pay the farmer than the doctor, as the saying goes. So I chose to grow my own food, and that's what I did. I started doing completely clean eating, would not eat anything that wasn't good for me or from the earth. So it was all just meats, legumes, beans, you know, fruits, vegetables, like anything that was normal from the earth. I made potatoes, you know. I tried to stay away from everything processed. Besides, every now and then I'd occasionally have like noodles and stuff if I wanted to make a meal, or Mexican rice too, because I love making Mexican rice. But you know, I would eat it in really small portions, like if I did have something that was processed. And I did that throughout my entire pregnancy with my youngest child. And by the time I had her, I was down to 176. So got pregnant, I was at 198. By the time I had her, down to 176. And that was strictly from clean eating. Nothing else. Period. So, but I plateaued. I plateaued at 176 and could not get below that. I'm sorry. No, it was 184. not 176. That was a different plateau. It was 184. So I got down to 184. But nonetheless, I lost weight while I was pregnant. So that was a beautiful thing. And then I lost a couple more pounds. And people were noticing, so that was nice. They were telling me, like, man, you look so good. You're losing weight. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So fast forward, my ex-husband and I recently, well, am still in the process of getting a divorce, but it's a whole different story. But we have been in the process for a whole year, separated for 2.5. So yeah, fast forward, my ex-husband and I, we used to own a restaurant, and I was also working. I started working as a CNA. I became a CNA when I got pregnant with my third child because I needed to work and make an income. And then we owned a restaurant, and I don't know, I just still wanted to work, like, to have my own money and my own stuff. So I got a job with hospice, and that is where I still currently am 5 years later. But while working for hospice is where I met one of my best friends. I have two of them, but one of my best friends named Amber, who is literally one of the most beautiful human beings, one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met. I was telling her and crying to her about how unhappy I was with my weight, and like how I had done all these crash diets. Like I had tried veganism, I had tried running, I had tried insanity, I had tried eating pescatarian, I had done clean eating for a long time. Like I had tried so many things, and not bashing anything. Veganism is amazing, like that, it's super, super healthy. Like that just wasn't sustainable for me if you do it right and are taking the right vitamins and all that. It's a super healthy diet, and it's maintainable. It's just not where my heart was. I don't know, I just want to eat meat. But, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody. I don't mean it offensive at all. Like I said, I still incorporate a lot of vegan meals into my weekly living now. Like, I love vegan food, but I also want to eat meat. It's just me personally. So, anyways, let's continue. Man, I can ramble. Oh, where was I? So, oh, met my best friend Amber. So, I'm crying to her and telling her, like, man, like, I just don't know what to do. Like, no matter what I do, I'm at this plateau. Like, I can't lose weight. Like, I was running at the time. I had just started running, and I had been running for, like 3 weeks. And let me not act like it was a long time or anything. Like, no, it was just 3 weeks worth of running, okay? And I was telling her, like, I've done this before. Like, I feel like every time I start exercising, for whatever reason, that scale goes up instead of going down. So then we started talking about strength training. And she was like, girl, like, look into strength training. Like, that's where it's at. And she had showed me all these pictures of how she used to be, like, what I call skinny fat. Like, she was an avid runner, I want to say for 2 or 3 years, I think. I hope that's right, Amber. I'm pretty sure it was 2 or 3 years. She was an avid runner, and she was, like, super tiny, but skinny fat. No butt, no nothing, you know, like, no definition, like, just skinny. And she had told me about, she started dating this guy who actually owned a gym, and he taught her about strength training. So that's what she did, and now her body has completely changed. She is, like, on a whole different level than me. I mean, I'm getting there, I'm coming. But she is, like, she's goals. She's body goals. Like, this girl is so cut and so fit and just so perfect. And so anyways, I was like, if you could just go with me to the gym and show me just, like, an arm and a butt day, and then, an arm and a butt day, a leg and a butt day, and then an arm day, that's all I need, right? Like, I can just do that. And she's like, yeah. So she took me to the gym, showed me, like, just, like I said, a leg and butt day, and then an arm day, and I literally stuck with alternating those 2 workouts that she showed me for, like, an entire year straight. Rarely added anything extra besides, like, Smith machines, you know, but with, like, free weights and everything, like, what she taught me is just what I stuck with, and I just focus on progressive overload, like, continuing to up my weights all the time. So whenever I started working out, your girl could not lift 10 pounds. I'll never forget the first time I went to the gym and I was doing walking lunges, and I had, like, gone to throw the weight over my head, and my bestie Boo Amber was with me, and I went to go down, and, like, my balance was so bad, because I had on, like, I think it was, like, 10 pounds or 20 pounds, it was one of the lowest weights, but my balance was so bad, I was so off, she was, like, ran to me, she's like, girl, stop it. And I was like, oh, okay. It's just like, let's focus on getting your balance down, okay? Like, how about instead of, like, weights right now, like, you just focus on getting your balance down, okay? Like, do the weights with your little squats, and then Everything else, like, just focus on getting your balance down, okay? Don't add any weights. Just get your balance down. So we did that, and then she has constantly, like, for a whole year, like, we really didn't go to the gym a lot together. Like, I would randomly ask, like, hey, can I go to the gym with you, and you can show me some exercises? And she'd be like, yeah, but she's just like that girl who doesn't like going to the gym with people. Because she's intense, right? Like, she's been going hard for 7 years, so, like, she doesn't need no slowing her down. Now, fast forward to today, we go to the gym as much as we can together. We love going to the gym together because we are still not on the same level. But your girl can hang now, okay? And she doesn't have to, like, stop and show me everything. But she still corrects me to this day. I mean, I'll be doing something and she's like, look, do it like this, or tweak it, or, like, focus on this. You know, you got, like, I don't know. But I love that. I think that there's always room for growth. Like, no matter how good you get at something, you can continue to grow. Like, and that's my goal. I just want to continue. Oh, so anyways, I ramble. So sorry. So she taught me how to work out, and then that is how I currently am to where I am right now, which is between 137, and I fluctuate between to 145. Like, I don't like it when I start getting up to 145. I start feeling like really bloated and like bleh. But that's usually like when I'm getting up there is right before I start my period. It's expected. It's okay. I've had kids. I'm a person. You know, like, I'm a woman. Like, it happens. We gained some weight, ladies. It is okay, I promise you. So, with that said, this entire time, I have not worried about my diet at all. At all. Like, I don't want to lie to you. Like, I try to eat pretty healthy for breakfast and lunch. I eat pretty much typically the exact same things almost on the daily. Like, for breakfast, if I do eat breakfast, it's either oatmeal, or I'll stop at Sonic and get a supersonic burrito with no meat and some hot salsa packets, and I just eat one, and that's my breakfast. Or I'll eat oatmeal with some peanut butter thrown in it, and I'll have usually a protein shake, or I'll have like a protein shake and applesauce pack. I don't know. Like I said, I work full time, and I work for hospice. My job is very demanding. It's very, very busy, you know. Hospice has a lot of great benefits. It is it's such an amazing place to work. Like, that's where my heart's at. I love doing hospice. But I don't know. I kind of want to venture into this too. Like, this is exciting. Like, I don't know. I've lost so much weight. And if I could just encourage, like, literally just one person, if I could help one person, one girl, like, just one girl, you know, if I could help her lose weight, which I already have. Like, I say that, and I have. Like, I inspired my sister Sarah to start working out. I have not carried her along her weight loss journey at all. I did go to her house and show her, like, exercises she could do, gave her some weights, and then she ran with it from there, and, like, her weight loss is amazing now. My other best friend, Mary Kate, I have walked her a lot through her weight loss journey, which, I mean, she gives me all the credit in the world, and I just love her. I mean, not that she should. She's put in the work, too. She's the one that has to go to the gym and work out, you know, but she has even, she had gained, like, we met, and then she gained some weight, and then now she's lost that weight. She's back at where she started when we met, which is a lot smaller than the weight she had gained, like a good 20-pound difference, 20-30-pound difference. And then now she's working on losing even more. She's getting there, though. She's looking amazing. But if I can encourage, like, a couple people, like, let women know, like, women, especially women who have had kids who have had multiple kids like me, like, I used to wake up every single day with such severe back pain. Like, I couldn't sleep on my back. I couldn't sleep on my belly, and I just tossed and turned all night long, literally, side to side. Like, I was miserable. I hurt so bad. My knees, forget getting on the floor with my knees, it ain't gonna happen, because guess what? That would freaking hurt. Bending backwards a certain way, bending over a certain way, like, standing for hours, like, so many things that used to be hard for me, and I used to think, like, man, I am only in my 30s, like, just so you guys know, I'm 34 years old, just turned 34, November 17th, happy birthday to me. But I'm 34 years old, and I was like, this was what I've been working out now for 2.5 years, I want to say, yeah. Because when COVID hit is when I took it really seriously, so, no, for about 3 years I've been working out. So my first year, I just worked out like 2 times a week, you know, and I got skinny fat. I will show you guys pictures of that, but didn't really gain a lot of muscle or anything. And then after that first year when COVID hit, that's when I, like, started really picking up my working out and started working out 4 times a week and trying to focus on progressive overload and all that. And then ever since then, like, I've been growing in muscle so much, which I'm about to show you guys, like, a full body spin. And I'm going to insert some pictures too here at the, and hopefully I'm going to insert some of the, you know, like my cover photo. But here at the end is where I'm going to insert a few photos, like from when I was pregnant. You're going to see when I was pregnant. That's with my hand on my belly and the green shirt. After my pregnancy, like when I just was bigger and couldn't lose the weight, then the next photos that you'll see are at a year working out. And that was when I like had no muscle definition, had no butt, nothing. And then now, I'm going to insert some pictures too of now, but I'm also going to show you in the video here in just a second. But then videos now of, or pictures now of where I am currently today. Yeah, so now I'm going to show you myself. And then also, I just want you guys to know real quick, like, this channel is going to be over my fitness journey, like where I continued. I just really wanted to blog it because I'm actually going to start trying to focus more on, I guess, like cutting per se, eating in a calorie deficit, trying to get more lean to see where I can get. I want to show you guys, like, I mean, I have GERD, I have PMDD, so if any of you women can relate to that, like, I'd love to talk about that. Let your girl know in the comment section below. I would love to. I also am a mom with multiple children, so, like, if you want to know, like, what it's like to go from 210 pounds, like, where I was at my max, to right now when I'm at 137, like, what it looks like, I don't care, I'll bend over, I'll show you what my skin looks like, you know, you can see how far you can, I want to show you, like, how far you can come in, like, what's realistic. Like, it doesn't bother me now, it doesn't, because where I was then is nothing compared to where I am now. Like, the fact that I can sleep all night long and not wake up in pain and wake up ready to go, and I always have energy, and I'm always just, like, hyped and, like, let's go, let's do this, like, ask all of my friends, I never, ever, ever fucking sit down. Like, I just go, 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 go. I cook, I clean, I take care of kids, I try to go to the gym 4 times a week. I have 2 large dogs. I mean, my kids are young. My son is 11, but then I also have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, so, you know, I have to bathe them and, like, feed them, you know, well, they can feed themselves, but, you know, have to wash their hair, things like that. Like, I am a busy, and I work full-time. I am a busy mama, so I just want you guys to know, I want you to see that it is possible, that you can do it, that do not be your own worst enemy. Don't tell yourself that it's genetics. Don't tell yourself that you were just made to be this way. Don't tell yourself that nothing works, that you're just never going to be small. Like, if that's where you're at, that's where I was too. Let me show you. Let me help you. Let me encourage you. Let me build you up, because that's what I want to do. I don't know, that's what I feel like I'm passionate about right now. I love hospice, and I've been passionate about it for a really long time, and I don't know, I don't ever see myself, like, really leaving hospice completely, you know, but I am excited to do this too and start this new little journey and this new little chapter, so hopefully you'll want to follow along with me, and if not, that's... And I was about to end the video completely forgetting that I promised, like, to give you a full body update. So this is where I am. I weighed myself last night at my sister-in-law's house, and I weighed, what did I weigh? 140. I was under 140. I recently just got off of my monthly... Go ahead and take this off so you can see completely where I am at. Make sure you can see me. Okay. My arms. Side. My arms this way. My arms this way. Yes, I have stretch marks. I have children once again. And I'm okay with showing you guys because I promise you, like, as soon as I can afford a tummy tuck, I'm gonna do it. I work so hard for my body. I put hours in at the gym. Like, if I can afford it, it's gonna happen. It's not in the cards right now. Doesn't mean it won't be in the future, okay? All right, YouTube, until next time.